and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's main event, the Twisted by Fate show. As you settle in for the show tonight, the challengers want you to keep this in mind. Viewer discretion is advised. The challengers will be discussing sensitive topics such as mental health and addiction, and that any viewpoint is specifically their own opinion and not to be reflected as factual. If you feel you need assistance, please reach out to the appropriate professionals. And now, for your challengers, in this corner, hailing from Hagerstown, Pennsylvania, local motorcycle racer and avid indie wrestling fan, Grasshopper. And in this corner, all the way from Des Moines, Iowa, starting shortstop for the Des Moines Stars and dedicated AEW fan, Turtle Graveyard. Challengers, let's have a fun, clean bout, and let's get this started.
Name on the air.
Gotcha. Hey,
If it slips, okay.
welcome in everybody. Twisted by Fate show, episode 4. We are speaking. It's going to be about the Royal Rumble last night. How is everybody doing? Did anybody get to watch it? Shoot, I will tell you, I wanted to boycott the shit out of this. I really wanted to, but as said last episode, I gave in. And before I go off on a tangent, my name is Turtle. This is Grasshopper. We're here to talk about this Royal Rumble here. How we doing, everybody? How we doing?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's able to stay warm, man. That snowstorm we got last weekend, dude, it sucked, and all the snow is still here. Like, man, I'm sick of this white stuff.
Not just you. I am too, bro. I got stuck at the other job. I worked Saturday night, and I messed up, and I agreed to another week, so I had to work Sunday. I mean, luckily, like, the nice part was they didn't have me pay for my room. They literally just said, hey, you're probably gonna get snowed in. Just let us know if anybody needs to stay overnight before getting home. One of my Hawkeye is a popsicle. Yes. Yeah, they were cool with us just literally saying, hey, yeah, I'm coming to work. I'm gonna be here whenever the snow's starting, so I don't feel comfortable driving home. Plus, then I had to come back, and I would have had to leave at 10 p.m. and then come back and work at 7 a.m. So I just was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna brave the storm. I'm just gonna stay the night. So then I didn't end up going home until Monday morning. So I stayed Saturday night till Monday morning, down there. And, you know, I gotta say, I might have some shit to say about that place right now, but they got some comfy ass beds. Anyways, yes, I'm sick of this fucking snow, but I will say, dude, like I was just trying to say though about the Rumble, I wanted to boycott. I wanted to, and now I'm starting to wish I wouldn't have fixed my ESPN so I could watch it.
Yeah, I considered watching it this time, but it started at an early time here for us because they were in Saudi Arabia, and I didn't get to watch it because I was out all day, had to go get something, which I'll share in our life update section later on in the show. And speaking of updates, I got a little surprise for you, Turtle, but you gotta wait till the end of the show. I got a little surprise for you.
You gonna get me excited for nothing? Gonna get me blue-balled right now?
Dude, blue-balled is your own problem, okay? Let's not go there.
Motherfucker.
But, dude, this is gonna be this is gonna be worth it. I'm telling you now. We've been friends for 17 years. Trust me, I got a surprise for you. You know it's going to be a damn good one.
Does it come with titties?
I can't promise that.
All right.
Dude, you're married. You shouldn't be asking if a surprise comes with titties. Come on.
How else do you get to a man's heart?
Every chick will tell you the easiest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. I do like food. I do like food.
But you asking if the surprise comes with titties, that's a clear sign that you're married. Jesus Christ.
Yes. All right. Where do we want to go? Do we want
Throw it back in, dude.
Yep. Do we want to talk about Raw, or do we want to go straight to the Rumble? Where do we want to go?
I'd say yeah. Let's touch on Raw, dude. Let's get into it. What'd you think of the match between AJ Styles and CM Punk?
I did not watch the match, but what I did see was the highlight talk between AJ and CM Punk after the match. Which
I haven't seen that yet.
let's get ready to. What's up, Spunk? How we doing, brother? But yeah, I did get to see the talk between them two afterwards, and again, I'm not a fan of the guy, but he did show some good humanity. How do you do?
You know
this?
he has a long history with AJ, right?
No, I do not. Please enlighten me.
Yeah, they go back. They go back, dude. They go back pretty much like CM Punk said, close to 20 years, maybe a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure, but when Ring of Honor was, I don't want to say just getting started. You can maybe say trying to get off the ground. CM Punk and AJ Styles, they were two of the mainstays of Ring of Honor. Even though,
Oh, okay.
as everyone knows, Punk eventually went to WWE, and then AJ was in TNA, and that's where they each built their own name. But yeah, they were in Ring of Honor together.
Okay. I mean, that's actually awesome then, because you could tell that they were being very, very personable. You can almost say that they were like breaking character, but to them, it's literally just them being them. But it's making
I'll
me.
put it to you this way. Sorry to cut you off. I'll put it to you this way. If it felt personal between those two, it was. Because they've known each other for probably about or longer than you and I have known each other.
See, and that's the great thing to think about with professional wrestling in general. You don't just go out. You can tell that a lot of the people, and I say a lot of the people because it's not all of them. You can tell that a lot of them, it's not about collecting a paycheck. It's not a job to them. Yes, they get paid to go out there and do their thing. But you can tell that there is a good chunk of them that are out there, and you can tell that they're very, very personable with each other. The team mentality, it seems, is there. That a lot of the problems that people have with any of the companies, like what I have right now with that company, isn't the performers. Yes, I have a for life grudge against CM Punk because of something that was written for him to go out and do. But I gotta say that I don't think that it's. You can tell that it's not him. Now, just by how he was with AJ Styles, it's not him. It's the character he plays, and the problem that a lot of people probably have with wrestling companies is with the management, the people in the back, not the people out there in the ring.
I can tell you this from what little bit I do know about the history between those two. That basically, you can break it down however you want. That was as blurred a line between, I guess you could say, kayfabe and reality as it gets. Like they walk the line between AJ Styles and CM Punk being in the ring instead of Alan Jones and Phillip Brooks. Because if you remember, did you ever watch TNA at all?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you remember back in the 2010s? I'm not 100% sure when it was. I do know it was before AJ left and went to New Japan, then WWE. Do you remember in TNA when they did the Aces and Eights excuse me. Yeah, that's when it looked like AJ was going to join that because he turned heel. I use that term loosely because right away they turned him back into the phenomenal AJ Styles. He did a promo before he won the TNA World title again. He did a promo where he said, and I can send you this promo when we go off the air. He said, "I'm better than the best in the world. I'm the phenomenal AJ Styles." Who do you think he was talking about?
He was going right at CM Punk.
Because by that point, CM Punk had already walked out of WWE, and it was either after, right before he got his ass kicked in UFC, and had nothing good to say about pro wrestling in general. Because there actually was some bad blood between those two for a long time.
So then that means that at some point, AJ and Punk got together and mended that fence, because you can't see any of that in that situation. I wonder if it's when Punk came back to WWE, if it was when Punk, or if it was just straight up just completely off camera and never during a wrestling thing. Never whenever they were in the same company. Just two guys maybe got together for a meal, some shit. I don't know. Shot some text back and forth. Who knows? That's between them. But it's still, as much as I continue to say I don't got any good thoughts about that guy, it shows. It shows that it's just his character. It's his character. I mean, it's also ain't nobody better than Folk. Hey, that's pretty good. I like that one. I do got to say that between that match, it's nice to see that I would prefer to say that was his final match than what we got. Let's go with that.
Yeah, from what I saw and was hearing, I had a feeling it was going to end the way it was with Gunther, and I don't know about you. I'm not crazy about this whole Gunther career killer thing. I'm not crazy about it.
Nope. I feel like he hasn't earned it.
Which I don't like saying, because he actually is a damn good wrestler. But
fuck you, Spunk.
Of all the people to have someone be their last opponent, like, why is it always him? If it's Goldberg, then John Cena, and we all know how bad there's still bad taste in people's mouths about that.
I'm one of them.
My case. And now AJ Styles. Really? I agree with you. At the Royal Rumble, not a fucking random episode of Raw, AJ Styles' last opponent should have been CM Punk, because of the history between those two. And you saw, despite their age, now I use that term loosely because they're both in good shape and you can't tell their age unless you actually know.
Exactly.
They still have damn good chemistry together, and they can still get a damn good match out of whoever they're across from. So, yeah.
I
It shouldn't have been Gunther. It should have been Punk.
Work with me here. I would say that if WWE did not want to pay for the match that everybody would have wanted, because you know where I would go with that. If they wanted to keep it in WWE, the match that a lot of people, I shouldn't say everybody, a lot of people would be okay with, and now he could win or lose this match, okay? Finn Balor.
Oh, that would have been a hell of a match.
I'm sorry, but that story writes itself. It doesn't need any extra build. It could have been just given, just like what we got. Those two motherfuckers don't fucking... They would have tore the house down, bro. That match went on second, by the way. AJ Styles, Gunther went on second after Liv Morgan won the Women's Rumble. That match went on second.
Yeah, which we'll have to backtrack and talk about that.
Yes. Sorry. I just have a rant because they keep using this dumbass as a career killer. But it's just terrible. Terrible writing. It's terrible. I don't understand it. I don't, man. Like, why?
Dude, you're not alone. I just ranted for the first time since we've started this podcast because I'm man enough to admit this. There's two wrestlers that I've been huge fans of that when they showed up to WWE finally, that I guess you could say fanboyed out over when they came out. Sting, who's my all-time favorite wrestler. It's turned backwards, but I've actually got a Sting hat on right now. And the second guy, when he finally showed up to WWE, that I turned into a little fanboy over, was AJ Styles. The second he came out through the curtain in 2016 as the third entrant in the Royal Rumble, I freaked out because I'm like, about fucking time. Now I don't have to have a hard time watching this guy wrestle. I knew who AJ was. I had seen AJ Styles wrestle for basically 10 years before he went to WWE. And people suddenly, all of a sudden, oh, this guy's so good. It's like, where have you all been the last 10 plus years? This guy literally carried TNA even when Kurt Angle and Sting were there. And then he went to Japan and did a hell of a job as the leader of the Bullet Club.
Yes.
After Finn Balor left and went to WWE, which you mentioned, if it wasn't CM Punk, Balor should have been his last opponent. That writes itself too. The first two leaders of the Bullet Club. Finn Balor, who was the original leader, or OG as people now say, and the leader after he went to WWE, it was AJ Styles. Of course, the match you're talking about that, WWE wouldn't want to pay for, you're talking about Kenny Omega, the guy who led Bullet Club after AJ left.
Yes. I would say that they should have... That match could have sold so well.
We're talking about two promotions working together, and that ain't gonna happen, which I feel kind of dumb saying that now because WWE's been working with TNA the last few years, so
yeah, I mean,
but you're still not gonna get two promotions, or I guess you could say big time promotions, because the only big time promotion left is AEW. You're not gonna get them working together.
I really, really wish that we could have gotten that, just because if this guy really does want to just go, because I mean, of course, now everybody's saying, oh, okay, so he did this, he's gonna retire from WWE and he's gonna go off and do this here, he's gonna do this here, he's gonna do that here.
That's the rumor since he started to take his gloves off and picked them back up and walked out with them on.
Yeah, so that of course is that. I mean, we don't know. Of course, we don't know like what's going to actually happen. We don't know if he's gonna go do a New Japan run, if he's gonna do another leg somewhere else. I don't know, and I don't want to sit here and speculate it either, because I could sit here and speculate it with you for fucking hours, and Hawkeye would be very, very upsetty spaghetti with us. But
I'll get over it.
I would rather go on thinking that, hey, this wasn't the last time that AJ wrestled. I'm gonna just think positively, because at least AJ doing what he did gives us hope that John's final thing didn't.
Well, there's some other stuff going around that also gives some hope. Supposedly, he's been filing trademarks for his wrestling name and his logo, which I don't see the big deal in that, because he's owned that for years now, so I think he was just renewing it. Because how else would he go from TNA to New Japan to WWE with the same name? Simple. He owns it.
Same name,
same way,
same logo, same catchphrase. Like, nobody has messed with AJ at all. Like AJ basically took himself from each thing.
That's how when Sting went to TNA, then WWE, and then AEW, that's why he was called Sting. He owns it, and then, well, you hate the guy, but screw you, I'll say his name, CM Punk. He owns the rights to that name, and that's why in AEW he was able to use it. Then he goes back to WWE. What's he called? CM Punk.
Yeah.
Those are the big three guys that own their name. So that's how they could go anywhere and they can use that name. So, yeah, between AJ renewing his trademarks, which to me wasn't too surprising because I knew he owned that name, but renewing the trademarks and then not leaving his gloves in the ring, as John Cena did with his wristbands and his shoes, and then The Undertaker did with his coat, hat, and gloves. AJ not doing that. I think there's hope that we'll see him wrestle again. So he's probably not. He's probably done in WWE.
Yes.
Which, honestly, he didn't make his name there. So if he's deciding his last match not to be there, I don't blame him. Because look at the bright side then. That means in general, his last match isn't going to be Gunther. Thank fucking God.
We might get AJ Kenny someday. Thank you, wrestling gods.
I don't know about that. But, I mean, there's hope for a last match. I'll say there's hope for a last match that's not Gunther, so you'll have to settle for that.
You know what I would be okay with, though? AJ versus Samoa Joe.
You have to go to AEW for that, but yeah, I'd love that too. Or actually, how about this? Because he's known this guy as long as Samoa Joe. If he goes back to TNA, what about him and Frankie Kazarian? He's known Kazarian as long as Samoa Joe. So imagine them two one more time.
Give me AJ versus Joe Hendry.
I'd actually like to see that.
I really would too. Bro, give me that. Because that is AJ putting over young talent. That's not a piece of shit Gunther. But no.
Right, well, now let's
Yes.
throw ourselves back in because we got backtrack. This is about the Royal Rumble. We started. Obviously, we're big AJ Styles fans.
Yes.
But this match went on second. We got to touch on the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah. So, Women's Rumble.
I forget who you predicted. I ended up being right. Liv Morgan won.
I think I had I think I was settled on a couple, and me being a Liv fan, I had Liv in that. Trash Can versus Logan Paul. Spunk. But so here's the thing though with the Women's Rumble, the beginning of it started off really, really cool. I was really, really happy because you started to see number 1 and 2 was Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. So they went out there. I was about to ask,
but I'm glad you mentioned that because didn't they? I thought they were gonna fight each other, but they just waited on the third woman to come out.
Essentially, they did.
Okay.
What they ended up doing though, it was really, really funny because they kind of did their thing. Alexa acted like she wanted to just turn around and look and wait for the person, and then Charlotte kind of turned her around, and then they went to the one corner. Charlotte put her on the top, and then she acted like she was gonna do something, and then she just did the little heart. They did their little heart, and then Alexa jumped down, and then Alexa caught her off guard and put her down like she was gonna do the Sister Abigail, and then she ended up just smiling at her and put her up, and then they did one other little fake out, and then Alexa just jumped on Charlotte's back and waited until the next person came out. They played around. They acted like they were kind of pushing towards I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something. Nah, I'm just kidding. Hearts. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. It was the few times that Charlotte Flair actually got the whole Charlotte Flair, little serenade. Like, you know how great that had to feel for her, because she's been so hated since she's been back. But since she's been teamed with Alexa, she's been getting like mixed review, and then she started getting over it with the fans, and now she's freaking serenaded, which to this era of WWE fans and WWE wrestlers, that's one of the biggest things they can get.
I think she said during one of their tag team matches when they were the women's tag team champions, I think she said broke character. I don't like using that term because, let's be honest, that's out the window if you watch WWE Unreal, which I don't. But I think she said that the fans' reaction started to get to her while she was wrestling because, like you said, she was booed out the damn building for so long that when people started supporting her, she was like, holy shit.
Like, I think they all booed whenever she returned from injury last Royal Rumble. I know I did personally, especially whenever they had her win.
I didn't like that she won, but I was glad to see her back because I get people's viewpoints with her, like, hey, build up and push someone else, but Charlotte is damn good. Like, she backs up all the hype she's got being Ric Flair's daughter.
Yes. I will give her that she has improved. She has gotten better. I just feel like she doesn't earn some of the opportunities that she's given. But I'll say that trying to think of when they started teaming together. The past so many months that she's been with Alexa have been the best of her career, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, what little I've seen of them two together, because I don't watch SmackDown right now. I don't said anymore. Yeah, what I've seen of those two, like, there's good chemistry there between those two.
There's very good chemistry. I will say my favorite little clip that they had was when Charlotte pulled out the doll that Alexa made for her years ago, and they both started carrying them around. I think that's really cool. But going back to the Rumble, dude, there was some really good spots. There was some really good stuff. Of course, they had some of the powerhouses come in, like Lash Legend. Lash Legend went off.
He's good.
She's
really good.
I thought she was gonna win. I thought they were gonna give it to her. I was listening to, I forget which YouTube show that I watch, but you can kind of tell that this whole Royal Rumble, both the men's and women's, was showing off NXT. And that goes to show itself whenever we get to the men's Rumble too. Sol Ruka, bro, she had a fucking day, bro. She had a day. She hit a double soul snatcher, bro.
I only saw the one where she hit it on JC Jane and then threw her out. But yeah, Sol Ruka, she's really good too, which...
Dude,
I knew how good she was because I watch NXT, but for main roster, if you watch Saturday night's main event when John Cena retired,
she beat Bayley.
That was a hell of a match.
Oh,
she's good.
Yes. Who else kind of went off? Oh, we got Brie Bella back, and the two Bellas, as they do a lot of things together. Rumble? Yes, they both were in. They both spent some time together, and then they got thrown out together.
That's fitting.
She and Brie got a pop too. She got a really good pop.
I'd imagine because they've been, ever since Nikki came back, they've been wanting for her to come back too.
I'm wondering if this means that they're gonna do a little thing together, or if kind of like Michelle McCool and some of the others, where they just come back, do the Rumble, and then they get the hell out. all the big things to talk about related to men's for me, other than Liv, bro. Liv. I gotta say that Liv, I don't know what's gonna happen now. This is making me kind of want to watch Raw tomorrow. Because Liv,
You're talking about her throwing out Raquel?
For no reason, bro. Now, it's down to them two, and she does what she did. Okay. I think Raquel wouldn't be wanting to go big mommy cool after Liv. But she just threw somebody out. And then she goes ahead and throws Raquel out. And then she's got to fight two other motherfuckers that she could have been over there fucking with. Why not let her throw one of the other ones out?
I'll probably say it's the Royal Rumble, every woman for herself.
Yes.
Because, yeah, okay, Liv could have went after the other two, but you see an opportunity to eliminate somebody, you got to take it. It's the Royal Rumble, every person for herself. So,
yeah.
Hopefully they use that explanation because it's the only one that makes sense. But other than that, I don't know what else to tell you. Other than I will say, I've said this like 20 times now, but Raquel Rodriguez, that's another chick that's really good. She's another one they really need to push because how they've been presenting her and her program with Stephanie Vaquer, even though I think Liv's probably going to beat Stephanie. I think Raquel, she's earned a title run. Let's see what she can do. I mean, I'd rather see Raquel Rodriguez with one of the women's titles than Jade Cargill.
I want to see Liv go beat Steph and Raquel go beat Jade. Bring the belts back.
I am all for that.
Bring the belts back to Judgment Day. Bring them. I feel like that would go great. I feel like that would be really good booking. But that would mean Raquel going to the Elimination Chamber and winning that, essentially. And
depending on when they have Liv say which one she's going to challenge, that's probably what they're going to do anyway.
Yeah. Also, Kairi Sane knocking out Asuka. That was pretty cool because that was Io was like sitting like down on the bottom rope, and then Asuka was kind of hanging out, like kind of because I think it was that Asuka was like getting worked by somebody else. And then she was just getting ready to work herself up there, and then Kairi Sane came over to try to do like a sliding baseball slide kick type deal over to get Io, but Io moved out the way, and Asuka caught it on the back of the head and fell. I'm just like, oh damn, you got some explaining to do. And then Io gets up and throws Kairi Sane right out. So they're just sitting there looking at each other, dumbfounded. I'm like, oh, well.
It's been a little entertaining, but I'm beyond the point of I'm finally ready to see Kairi punch Asuka in the face.
I'm ready for somebody to just fuck up Asuka. I'm just like I'm kind of over the Kabuki Warriors, if I'm being honest. I'm over them. Like
not to me. This is the best they've been. But because they just keep teasing it, I'm finally ready to like Kairi, just punch her already. Get it over with.
I mean, if they're going to split them up and they're going to do that, cool. Yeah, go for it. Because, like, Kairi needs to grow her lady balls and do something. She can't just keep taking that shit. Because you can't tell me that Kairi's just going to sit back and watch Io get trashed on by Asuka like this. Like, what does Asuka have on you that you are just going to sit there and watch your tag team partner get trashed on by your other tag team partner? Like, what? Or did Io do something unforgivable? What? Because she went and found somebody that's going to actually what? Because she actually went and found someone that's going to protect her and have her back?
Dude, yes. This is WWE we're talking about. Who knows how they're going to spin it?
They're going to spin it somehow.
You got to.
But then, yes, final four were Liv, Raquel, Solruka, and I think it was Tiffy. And
I
then
was about to ask, did she return? Because
yes, she was number 30.
that's good. I'm glad to see Tiffany Stratton back. She's another one that's really good.
Yes.
They've got a stacked women's roster on every show. It's just they won't. It's like they don't want to do anything with. They don't want to use them except for like a certain few. Like you can make this work.
Yeah. And honestly, like I didn't like how they ended Tiff. Like I was loving her run. But I get it, you gotta go do something with Jade Cargill, but Jade just bores me. I'm just like, am I watching a newer, younger Beth Phoenix? Are you just gonna walk around
Let's be honest,
big?
Beth Phoenix was really good. Jade Cargill. Jade's not bad, but I don't know, just she's not doing it for me.
She's not.
I feel bad saying that, but I mean, other than her look, like I mean, you can tell she's trying to get better, but it's just not clicking.
She just seems stiff. It's almost like she doesn't know how to work. Like if you watch her perform, she's choppy. She has to be carried by who she's with in the ring or whoever's teaming with her. Like I just don't see it. Like she hasn't impressed me. She's got all the stuff for it though. She just needs to spend some time perfecting her craft. Like, and I might just throw the Beth Phoenix.
She's putting in the work to get better. You can tell she likes wrestling. She's putting in the work, and she's legit trying to get better. It's just it's not clicking. Like the best thing she's done was her program with Naomi when she came back from injury.
Yes. And that might just be Naomi's talent being able to cover up the rust. I don't know. But to me, it's just not working. I don't think that she deserves to be a world champion. I feel like she needs to perform.
It was also like Jade came out and had a legit reason because Naomi took her out.
Exactly. So. Oh, no, exactly. But why take the belt off of somebody who earned their place, performs very well, and is over with the fans for someone that doesn't have any of that? That's just my my issue.
You ain't trying to be the champion, get the fuck out. I don't know how else to summarize it. Anyways, we could probably go. We're starting to go on again about the women's Royal Rumble, which I ain't gonna complain about. But we got another match or two to still get into, I believe.
We got two more. We got Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre for the belt. Sami didn't get it. Sami also was showing signs of a back injury part of the way through. Drew put him through the announce table, and Sami wasn't the same at all after that. I mean, granted, that's very fair and a good reason to not be the same after. But yeah. He did go down slugging. He ate probably about 10 to 12 claymores this entire match. And a couple Future Shock DDTs. Sami did come back after eating most of those claymores and had a nice little fury of an exploder into the turnbuckle, a Hulula kick, and then right as he was trying to capitalize on the Hulula kick, he ate a claymore.
Sounds like they had a damn good match, even though I hate saying this because I don't know about you. I do like Sami Zayn, but they booked that match because they wanted to give the Saudi crowd a big pop and a good match because Sami's, I don't think his family's from there, but he is half Muslim, I believe.
I believe you're right. So they kind of just wanted to play that one over to the fans. Mm-hmm. To be quite honest with you, why not make everybody feel warm and fuzzy in their tum-tum and give Sami the fucking win there then?
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, it wouldn't have hurt anything or anyone if Sammy had one. And plus, who else right now deserves it the most? It's him.
Sami Zayn, LA Knight. I'm gonna preach it until.
Yeah,
Yep.
which, from what I saw and from what I heard, it looks like LA Knight got screwed again.
Yes, sir. But I feel like Sammy's time is coming. I feel like Sammy will someday get his shot. But I feel like it's gonna come in later this year or next year. It's personally what I'm gonna
say.
It's what I'm gonna hope
if
for.
Sammy finally gets his, I think if Sammy finally gets his big win, which he needs to, and he deserves it, it might be at WrestleMania next year because next year's WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, you did the thing.
I'm serious.
You did the thing. You did the thing. You used to break big brain cells under that hat. You got that brain cell from Sting because you're wearing the Sting hat. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Right there. That's what's going to happen.
Little Knight, back on track here.
Sami Zayn is going to win the belt at WrestleMania 2027 because of that. I agree. You know what? Sami Zayn, winner of the Royal Rumble next year, whether the Rumble's in Saudi Arabia or not. But whenever they go
Turn
back,
that stadium they just built, probably.
Okay, so both big PLEs are going to be in Saudi Arabia next year. That means I got to watch that shit at fucking 2 p.m. again. But anyways, yes, that shit will happen. It's going to be great.
I don't know what the Royal Rumble, but I'm calling it now. I think Sami Zayn's finally going to get the big one at WrestleMania next year because it's in Saudi Arabia. They keep talking about it more
They
than
keep kind of
they're
like
building the Saudi shows a year and a half out more than shows they've got coming up.
Like there's been
really?
no build or talk about the Elimination Chamber other than in the one ad for the freaking Royal Rumble that when I was watching it. Like there's where I finally heard about it, that it's actually happening. Like
And I rest my case.
They don't fucking talk about that shit, and I think it's like I think it said that it was like 3 or 4 weeks out. Like Elimination Chamber used to be talked about. It used to be qualifying. You had to win a match to get in, and they would build that shit week by week by week by week. Now,
Which hopefully they start tomorrow because they're going to have to.
yeah, half these motherfuckers probably already got like a guaranteed spot or some shit. Brick by brick, chair by chair. Yeah, exactly. All right, so yes. Then final match of the night, the men's Royal Rumble. What do you already know about it? Because everything else I can talk about.
Do you know that Braun Breaker didn't win, which he was my prediction, because I saw he came out as number 2 and was attacked and curb stomped by a guy in a mask, which, side note, try not to go off on another tangent because we have too many so far.
Do not make me.
Shut up. These masked guy attacks, they're getting kind of old.
They are.
But yeah, I saw Braun Breaker came out at number 2 and got curb stomped by a guy in a mask, and the guy who came out at number 1, Obafemi from NXT, which he's another one. If he's not ruined, he's another one that he's gonna be a star. But yeah, Braun Breaker came out, number 2 entrant. Obafemi was number 1. Braun Breaker gets attacked, curb stomp, thrown out in not even a minute. I do know about that.
Yes. And so Obafemi for like the next like 8 people. It's just, 1v1 with all these people, which one of them was Matt Cardona, which so I was kind of sad that Matt Cardona kind of like gets his moment and then is ejecto-cetoed out. Because I mean, can we blame him? Can we blame anybody for the fact that they're going to build up Obafemi right now? No. Obafemi, like, give him his moment. Give him his flowers. Let him go do his thing. I mean, he's a big powerhouse. He's a big dude. He's going to do his thing. So, I honestly don't even remember the other couple people that were all in that line. I think one of them was, I think Mysterio was one of them, not Dom, it was Ray. It was Ray and there was a couple others that all just came out and then they got deleted by Obafemi. And then next thing we know, Powerhouse Hobbs, or now something Keys.
Royce Keys.
Thank you.
Royce Keys.
Thank you. Royce
Which
Keys.
they acknowledged that he was known as Powerhouse Hobbs.
Dude, it was on his intro thing.
It was on the screen.
Yeah, dude, it was on the screen thing. It did Powerhouse Hobbs, and then it did like a little smash, and then it was
like a wall coming down, and it said Royce Keys.
Thank you. That name's gonna take me a minute because I'm gonna continue to look at him and say, "Oh, Powerhouse Hobbs," or Will Hobbs. Anyway,
I get why they had him change it, and I also, I don't know about you, but I listened to Jim Cornette's podcast. That name's actually apparently personal to him because Royce is his son's name, and then his mother, that was her middle name, so it's personal to him. I'm not faulting him for that. And also, WWE, as everybody knows, they want to own everything, literally. So that's probably why he had to change his name. But just there's a saying in wrestling called a name test. Royce Keys just doesn't pass it for me like Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs, Will Hobbs, whichever one, because they kind of blended it together. Because I mean,
I don't think they were going to use Will Hobbs because that's his real name, I think.
What? It was something that Tony Schiavone said every now and again. He would kind of flip back and forth.
Yeah, until they changed it to Powerhouse and then he stopped using his actual name.
Yeah.
Will Hobbs, I'm pretty sure is his actual name.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure that's his real name.
Yeah.
It's like, say, Ricky Starks, when he went there, he changed his name to Ricky Saints because Ricky Starks, that's his real name.
Oh.
And you know WWE, they want to own everything.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I did see that he debuted in the Royal Rumble, so it was good to see him. He's another guy he's got potential. He could be pretty good as long as he's not booked into obscurity. So
Ricky Starks or Obafemi?
Him, I was talking about Royce Keys, but yeah, Ricky Saints, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He goes by Ricky Saints now, but yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, wait, we just talked a couple, trying to figure out which one you were going at. Yeah,
I was talking about Royce Keys because I said he made his debut in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, okay.
It was good to see him.
Yes, I was happy to see that. That's where, and him coming out is where the reign of terror of Obafemi like stopped, and when the crowd started in the ring, because of course them two big beefy guys going at it, like that was where it all changed.
That made sense.
Like that, and they fucking tore the house down, dude. Them two, and then we started getting into the main roster. A lot of the main roster people getting a bunch of the names in there. Then we got Mr. Iguana. There was 2 El Grande Americanos, both with different colors.
The
OG and Imposter.
Are you sure it wasn't Rayo or Bravo?
No, they literally both just came out as El Grande Americano.
Also, they literally brought Chad Gable back as El Grande Americano in the Rumble. They're gonna redo. It looks like they're gonna redo that Double Sin Cara storyline, which that sucked. If you remember that all those years ago.
Yes. So what they kept saying was that one of them came out and it looked like the color scheme on the gear was the original gear, and then one of them, like, it's a different color, it had like a green to it, and so they kept saying original.
Kaiser,
fucking
yeah,
Ludwig.
because they had Kaiser wear like red, that wear green, white, and red when he would go to AAA in Mexico.
Yeah, so that they did that. They had Mr. Iguana.
I'm not too crazy about him.
I don't understand the hype around the iguana.
Yeah, he's not bad, but it's if he wouldn't have the face paint and the iguana puppet, I don't
There,
think there'd be much to him.
there'd be no hype around. Like, are we going back to Santino Marella?
And the Cobra,
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, is that what we're going back
which
to?
over
right
in
now?
TNA, he still does that. He still does that. He's over in TNA now, but he still does that.
Okay. So, who else do we have?
And then it's not the guy from WCW, but I did see that La Parka was in the Royal Rumble.
Yes. So we
That's
had
either his son, or I think it's someone he trained, and he gave the nod to, hey, you can use the name, kind of like, and God rest his soul, kind of like Rey Mysterio Senior when he trained his nephew and said, "You're no longer the Hummingbird, you're Rey Mysterio." And not Rey Mysterio Jr. like he was for a while. You are now Rey Mysterio.
huh. We had Austin Theory, we had Rusev, we had Damian Priest, Cody Rhodes. Cody made it for a while.
Well, he had to since they teased like him trying to win a third one, like Steve Austin, which that'd have been a double because Cody would have been the second person to win it 3 times, but he'd been the first to win it 3 years in a row. Which, believe it or not, I'm actually shocked that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. I'm surprised no one's won it 3 years in a row. Like Hogan didn't win it 3 years in a row, and Austin didn't win it 3 years in a row. I'm literally surprised somebody hasn't won it 3 years in a row.
Me either, actually. Because there's been so many times that I've just been like, okay, can we not have this guy win it again? And then he wins it again. And then we're back to the same conversation. Or it's because of what happened with Cody, where he won it. He won the belt then. And they carried the belt to the next WrestleMania.
Yeah, they did say people kind of got sick of him, but I mean, that's not his fault.
No. And of course, with Braun Breaker losing, getting thrown out early, then Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul were all in there together. And it's kind of crazy that Logan Paul is the one that really went the distance and not one of the other two. I would have thought that would have been Bronson Reed. But then again, I guess trying to get the bigger guys out earlier, because like Opafemi didn't make it. Like, he made it through a big chunk of the crowd, but he didn't make it super late. Same with Priest. Same with Keys. The only of those bigger guys that really made it late was Brock Lesnar.
Which I saw that he actually got thrown out during Jey Uso's entrance. That makes no sense.
Yeah. So that was weird.
If he was backstage throwing a fit like he's apparently been known for, this time I actually don't blame him. Because it's Brock Lesnar, an established big name wrestler, and he's starting out during someone's entrance. Really?
Yeah, see, that's weird. Why?
It's not weird, it's stupid.
I half wonder if it was a botch. You know what I mean? If something
That's what people are claiming.
Depending on who threw him out, because I don't remember who threw him out.
Me neither, but of course I didn't watch it. So.
I'll go back and rewatch it and see if I can figure that out, or go on somewhere and try to figure out who it was that threw out Brock. But I half wonder if it was something where it was supposed to be a toss over and then him just be on the apron, but the person throwing him threw too much and Brock just didn't catch in time or something. Because I could see that, you know? I don't think anybody's going to try to fuck over Brock Lesnar.
I'd hope not.
I wouldn't want to be on the opposite side of that. Man's got muscles
me
in places
neither.
I don't got places. No, I'm good. I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Yeah.
Shit. Trick Williams was out there for his Rumble debut. That was pretty fucking cool. He didn't make it very long, but he did, but he was there. He showed up.
I was wondering if he was going to be, because moving him up to SmackDown, they've been kind of pushing him a little bit. So I was wondering if he was going to be in the Rumble.
And Javion Evans. Javon Evans, sorry. Yeah. He was there.
That's another one. If there's anyone with major potential, it's Javon Evans. That dude's good, and you can tell he's like a legit wrestling fan, and he loves wrestling. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but that dude, I think, is going to be. That dude's going to. If there's anyone, even though I've said it like 50 times already, if there's anyone coming up from NXT that's going to be a big star, it's Javon Evans. Because the dude's only 21 if he's not 22.
Huh.
This guy's going to get better.
Between that guy and they were really talking up this I can't say his first name, but Dragunov.
Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah. The guy that had that match with the Miz, and Miz apparently said, because I think it was Cole that said it, apparently Miz has never been hit so hard like in his whole career until he got hit by this guy Dragunov. I'm like, this motherfucker, he must throw some chops, man. And Miz has had matches with Gunther, if I remember right.
Yeah. And those chops, that's all Gunther was mainly known for.
And of course, that motherfucker had to make his appearance into the Rumble.
Yeah.
As number 30.
Yeah, which side note, the one good thing I'll say about Gunther is when he was in NXT or NXT UK, whatever, and he was called Walter, the best match I've seen of him was before he lost all that weight and he dropped the NXT UK title to Ilya Dragunov. They had a damn good physical match. To this day, that's the best Gunther match I've seen, period. It was him and Ilya Dragunov.
And was he constantly trying to put this man in a sleeper?
It's been a while, so I'd have to go back and watch it again, but I don't think so.
Because this motherfucker was trying to... Okay. Here we go. The end. Final four, okay? Final four was Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Logan Paul, Gunther. That wasn't a...
Four, Junior.
Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Logan Paul, Gunther, Randy Orton, Logan Paul.
You said like six people.
Logan Paul.
You said Final Four, then you named like six wrestlers.
I was saying four. Gunther, Logan, Roman, Randy. Yeah.
That's four. Before you said like six.
Okay, yeah. Final four. Final four was those four. Maybe it's because I was saying both names. Whatever. Yeah, those four. Roman throws out Logan and then turns around to an RKO.
But that was classic.
I think that's how it went. Because final two then was Roman and Gunther.
Yeah, I did hear that. I did hear Gunther had a sleeper on Roman, then Roman got out of it, speared him, and then tossed him out, which...
And
sleeper hold in the Royal Rumble, that's stupid.
Roman was in that sleeper for at least 5 minutes. Because he kept getting out... Because he did what he did to John and probably to AJ. Because not gonna lie, I had to step away during the AJ match because I couldn't fucking watch it because I just kept seeing him get put in that stupid sleeper. I just couldn't. I fucking couldn't, dude. I had to turn it off and come back to it later. So I missed half of the Sammy Drew match because I just had to go away for a little bit. I couldn't fucking watch it. So I had to go back and watch the clips to see what AJ did after the match, by the way. But yeah, he had Roman in that sleeper, and then he just kept getting out and getting back into it, getting out, getting back into it, getting out, getting back into it, getting out again, and back into it. It went on for like 5-7 minutes.
In a match where you got to throw someone over the top rope and both feet must hit the floor, and yes, I said that right because I watched a couple of Rumbles recently leading up to this. How much sense does it make to keep putting somebody in a sleeper hold, trying to choke them out? Because then you got to pick them up and then throw them out. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
And Roman is not a small man.
No.
Roman is not a small man. And Gunther might be about just as tall, if not taller than Roman. But
I think he's a bit taller, but Roman's got a lot more muscle to him than Gunther does.
Yeah, so he's going to struggle getting that man over the top rope.
Yeah.
He's going to struggle. He's going to want that man to have a little bit, be awake enough to help him a little bit.
I'll look at the bright side, at least.
At least it did not happen.
Win because, yeah. So what do you think of Roman Reigns winning?
It's the better of the two evils that it ended up to.
Yeah.
I really didn't want this.
I'm not too crazy about Roman Reigns winning.
No. But of what it led to, at Final Four, I was happy. At Final Four, I was happy because of Randy. I would have been cool with that. I would have been actually really happy with that. No, it was not on my bingo. No, it was not on my bingo card of what I was cheering for. But of the Final Four had two names that I would have been okay with, and two names that I was not very okay with. The two names that I was not very okay with did not win, so I'm okay. I am okay.
But would you rather Logan Paul won than Gunther?
Yes. Anybody but Gunther.
Because, the day's coming. The day's coming. Imagine when Logan Paul finally wins the Royal Rumble, because it's coming.
Here's the thing. I'll be okay with Logan Paul winning. Right now?
Same here.
Right now, I just don't want Gunther to have anything. This man is getting he's getting to put on his resume a lot of things that he does not deserve. And that is my problem. Yeah, the guy might be a good wrestler.
I'm not going to rant on this again, but at least he's not AJ's actual last match.
Yes.
Last WWE match, not his last wrestling match. So at least we got that.
Hey, let's go back to that for just 1 minute. Let's go back to that for just 1 minute. AJ Styles versus
Here we go again.
AJ Styles versus Okada.
I think Okada's done.
No. He's not done. Okada's not done.
Or is he the one? Or is he the guy in AEW that he's known for just saying
the Rainmaker,
being able to say bitch? Is that
Yeah. The Rainmaker. Kazuchika.
I'm not crazy about
Okada. Well, I mean,
I'm not crazy about him.
I'm not either, but he can put on a fucking match and he's got a drop kick that looks beautiful every time he does it. You want to know the greatest thing he did to me? The greatest thing this man did was he was in a match with Ricochet, okay? And of course, Ricochet's a fucking heel right now, okay? Ricochet, fucking Okada just walks up to him because I forget what he did that Ricochet was looking away from Okada, and Okada just walks up and bitch slaps the back of his head, and you could hear the slap.
I've seen a clip of that. That's about it. Like I said, I don't care for Okada.
Okada's fucking hilarious, and he knows how to play to a crowd is the big thing. But yeah, he does his whole thing, and he just says bitch and flips off the crowd all the time. And it's mainly, I mean, people have a problem with him most of the way because of the fact that he's in the Don Callis family. Fuck Don Callis.
Do they still chant that? I haven't watched AEW in a while. Do they still chant that when he comes out?
Oh, he gets as soon as because his whole thing is whenever he's walking out, Like he'll walk out to do commentary for any of his people's matches. When he starts
I hate
walking
when he's
out,
on commentary.
he gets the loud fucking Dom Mysterio boos. Those deafening boos that Dom used to get, Callis gets.
I hate when he does commentary. Like the second he's on the headset, I'm like, all right, somebody mute him.
Yes.
Like he literally takes my interest out of a match when he's on commentary, like that. Second he speaks,
Yep.
which is saying something concerning Excalibur. I don't like him on commentary either.
You don't like Excalibur?
Not really. He was good at first because you could tell he had some kind of wrestling experience and he kept up to date with it and was a fan, but I got sick of him. I got sick of him pretty fast. You know who I do like on commentary? Taz.
Taz and Tony Schiavone should just be a duo.
Yeah, even though they made Tony Schiavone look stupid the whole time he's there.
They listen. They do that a little bit. There's something about Schiavone, you know. I remember him from his WCW days.
Same here.
I just enjoy him. There's something about him. Like I actually, for a while now, I've been just rewatching a bunch of old WCW pay-per-views, and so just seeing Tony Schiavone then, and then on Wednesday nights seeing Tony Schiavone now, it's kind of like getting to see kid and adult him, or young adult and older adult him, I guess is more accurate. But I just enjoy him. Between him and Taz on commentary, it's enjoyable because I mean we used to get JR on AEW pay-per-views, and now that's only on certain AEW pay-per-views, and I get it. It's probably because of something with JR doesn't want to overdo himself or anything, but I also don't think he's been at the past couple. So, but he's also been at some of the conventions that I've been going to. So I don't know if it's because of convention schedule, if it's because of something else.
Well, his health has been pretty bad. I saw a thing that he fell at his house recently, and he was on there for hours, on the floor for hours. But also, as everybody knows, he's had Bell's palsy for a long time, and he also, within the last couple of years, skin cancer. So, I mean, if he's picking and choosing what matches he travels to and calls, despite the, we're not going to get into it on this episode, but despite the apparent allegations from Devon Dudley, JR's earned to pick and choose what he does now.
Oh, I 100% agree. Like, if the man wants to, it's almost like he gets to say, oh, hey, this match card looks pretty good. Would it be okay if I came and did some commentary? And it's even to the point, the last time he was on commentary for a pay-per-view, I think he was only there because AEW does this thing where they do double main events or triple main events. So like All In, there's like 3 or 4 matches because All In, of course, is like their WrestleMania. So the last 3 or 4 matches of the night of that pay-per-view, they call their triple main event or whatever, or however it is. Those matches are the ones
I
that
don't believe in, because the main event's the last match. I don't care who you are.
Yes.
That's just me.
I agree 100%. But those are the matches that then JR comes out and does commentary for. Because the night that Swerve Strickland won the AEW title from Samoa Joe, I forget which pay-per-view that was, but JR was on commentary that night. But there was like 2 matches before that JR was on commentary for.
Well, like I said, he's earned the right to pick and choose what matches he calls, and he's probably calling, because AEW's also done a lot of stupid stuff, so he's probably picking and choosing what he thinks will be worth his time to call. Because I get it. Because, like I said, I listen to Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette, like JR, is very old school, but they're 2 different people. two different people, kind of like you and me and how this show works. Cornette's old school, stuck in his ways, and he'll tell you everything that's wrong with what you did and probably how you should do it. Whereas JR's still old school. But he sees things of, okay, how can we take this and how can it be good for us? And he's also not afraid to, I guess you could say, modernize a little bit, because he does recognize that the business has changed.
Agreed, 100%. I very, very much enjoyed, and I mean, my favorite time period was commentators were JR and the King. That was the goated team that I've ever seen in my life. I don't think that there, in my opinion, was or will be another duo that just bounce off of each other so well and can call a match and still sound knowledgeable.
I can give you a duo that's got that kind of potential.
Who's that?
Even though I don't think they call matches together full time. Corey Graves and Wade Barrett. Because you've got two guys who know what it's like to have been in the ring pretty recently, and they do still legit love wrestling. So I think if there's any duo that's got potential to be, let's be honest, no one's going to outdo JR and the King. No one. Not even close. If there's any duo that's got the potential to be close to it, it's Graves and Barrett. Because me personally, my favorite commentator right now is Corey Graves.
I think I agree.
But a damn close second is Wade Barrett. Because I'm telling you, next time you know he's on a show, listen to when Wade Barrett calls a match. Wade Barrett's a damn good commentator.
I was gonna say
he was a damn good wrestler too.
I was gonna say he was on commentary. He was on commentary during Royal Rumble.
I've heard he was, because he does a lot of the PLEs now.
I was gonna say, I think I've noticed that he does a bunch of the PLEs. But he's not on Raw. I don't think.
I think him and Graves call SmackDown,
Okay.
which will mean I'm wrong that they don't call matches together full time. Which, like I said, I don't watch SmackDown right now. But if those two are calling SmackDown, I'm about to start, because listen to those two call a match, especially together.
Graves was in the ring?
No, I'm listening. No.
No. I'm asking. I don't remember, because I haven't looked too much into Graves' past. Was he an in-ring competitor?
Yeah, he was actually a NXT Tag Team Champion with Adrian Neville during the original NXT Black and Gold days.
That was back when Adam
Him
Cole
and
was
Adrian
there.
Neville. Before that, him and Adrian Neville actually won the NXT Tag Team titles from the Wyatt family, I believe. Yeah. Him and Adrian Neville beat Luke Harper and Eric Rowan for the NXT Tag Team titles. He had to retire because he got too many concussions.
Oh, CTE possible. Got it.
Yeah, and then he became a commentator on NXT, and then they moved him up to the main roster, and he's been there ever since.
Okay.
Supposedly after seeing Bryan Danielson come back, he did get checked out by a doctor, and he is cleared, but they haven't done anything with him.
I wonder if he's considering
people
it.
for years have been wanting him to enter the Royal Rumble. Like last year when Pat McAfee did it, I'd rather it have been Corey Graves. And that's nothing against Pat McAfee, because you can tell McAfee legit has always wanted to be a pro wrestler, and he does train, or he did train legit for it when he wrestled Adam Cole. But yeah, Corey Graves was a wrestler for a long time. Yeah, he actually has some history of seeing Punk too. He wrestled Punk on the Indies, and I'm pretty sure he wrestled AJ a few times. I'm not 100% sure.
See, that's awesome. Like I know that, of course, that he's like married to Carmella. I just didn't know like how he fit into the company. Like, was he like just in broadcasting? Like what was his foot in the door with the company? But
NXT. He was one of the original NXT wrestlers.
that's
Him. He was there with the Wyatts, Sami Zayn,
KO.
Bo Dallas.
KO. Probably then, right?
Maybe. I think Kevin Owens was a little bit after that because Kevin Owens had to wrap up with Ring of Honor. But yeah, he was there with the Wyatts, Bo Dallas, Sami Zayn. I think around the time of Seth Rollins, maybe as Seth was getting out because they called up him and Reigns and Ambrose with the Shield. But yeah, Corey Graves actually was a wrestler and a good one too.
That's pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. What do you think Roman's gonna do now with his shot? Because okay, World Heavyweight Champion still is still CM Punk. Undisputed Champion is still McIntyre. Who do you see Roman going after?
Actually, a good question because he's got history with both guys. So, honestly, I think match. I'm gonna give you two answers here. I'm gonna give you the one I think they're gonna do, and the one that I personally want to see. Well, they're both the same answer. So, I think we're gonna get Roman and CM Punk. I think that'll draw the most interest and money, period. But also, I do think, and I like Drew McIntyre, don't get me wrong, he's damn good. But I think as far as putting on a damn good match in the ring, but also telling a good story, I think the best bet with the most chemistry is him and Punk. So I think we're going to get Roman and CM Punk. Now, what do you think Roman's going to do? You think is he going to challenge CM Punk, or you think he's going to challenge Drew McIntyre?
I think that Roman Reigns is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time. Since they've gotten those new belts.
You think it's going to be Punk?
Yeah. As much as I would rather see him go after McIntyre and go get his belt back, I think he's going to go after Punk. And the only reason I say that is because I'm kind of wanting to see LA Knight go win the Elimination Chamber and then go after Punk.
Fingers crossed on that because, like Sami Zayn, LA Knight is the only guy that deserves a push and deserves to win the big one. But Sammy's got in his back pocket, if that saying even applies here. But what Sammy's got going for him is WrestleMania next year in 2027 is in Saudi Arabia. LA Knight, we're past now or never at this point. I'm honestly amazed people are still supporting LA Knight like they are because they've got to be able to see he's getting screwed. But when he goes out there, you could probably say he over delivers whatever they ask him to do.
Yeah.
Like what's this guy got to do? What's he got to do? Start sleeping with somebody's daughter like Triple H did?
Yep. Something. Like I don't get it. Like what's wrong with him? He's packaged well. His character is phenomenal. Like there's nothing. What is the man doing wrong? Is he just doing everything too right?
How's that even a thing?
How is that a thing, dude? Like the people that are getting championship matches, in my opinion, don't deserve them anymore. Like, if anybody was going to tell me that they were going to look at the list of 30 people that were in the Royal Rumble, on either one, the women's or the men's, and you would have told me that coming out of yesterday, that Liv Morgan and Roman Reigns were going to be the winners, I would have looked at you and said, well, I guess I could have predicted that.
I don't know about Roman Reigns because I thought Braun Breaker was going to win it, but I was right about Liv Morgan.
The only reason that whenever I saw what number everybody was coming in, I didn't think that Braun was going to win it was because of the fact he was number 2. I was just like, it's a stretch. But if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be him. And then boom, he's instantly gone. I'm like, oh fuck, there goes that whole thought.
Well, they've done that before because, I'll say his name, this is our show, Chris Benoit won from number 1, and the other person to win it 2 years in a row, who I forgot about at first at the start, Shawn Michaels, he won his first 2 Rumbles
from number 1.
He won his 2 back-to-back from number 1, I think.
Yeah.
He won it 2 years in a row. I think his first one was number 1, and he went the distance. Yeah.
No, it's just like I was like, yeah, okay, it'll be a stretch, it'll be difficult, but if anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be him because Rhea just did it like a couple years ago. But
it was last year actually, or no, Charlotte won.
Yeah, Charlotte won last year. I think it was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it may have been 2 years ago because the 24 was won by Bayley.
That's right. Yeah.
So, or it was either.
So it must have been 23. So it must have been 23.
Flair, or it was Bayley, Ripley, Flair.
But
you're right. When Rhea Ripley won, she did go the distance.
Yeah, if anybody was gonna do it, it'd be a physical specimen like fucking Braun Breaker. But I was just like, well, if it happens, it happens. It'll be a great accomplishment for him and the Steiner family. But then, man in a black hoodie did his thing again. So it's like, well, I guess now we figure out who the fuck that is. And then that's going to set up a WrestleMania match right there.
I was about to say, to start wrapping this up, who do you think the guy in the hood is this time? Last time it was Austin Theory. I don't know who it could be now.
Can it be Austin Theory?
That wouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't make a lick of sense at all because the man's in his faction. But think about it. Think about it. If Austin Theory wasn't until like mid-pack. So he had time to go do his stunt, go to the back, change his shit really quick while Braun Breaker was still out there in the ring licking his wounds, and get out of that gear.
But the guy that did it was built nothing like Theory.
Fair enough.
You know who people are somewhat hoping, but also maybe think it is? Picture this. What if it turns out that was Adam Pearce? Can you imagine? Seriously, imagine that. There is stuff going around online that people think it was Adam Pearce.
Do you think it was?
Honestly, I don't know. I'd be okay if it was Adam Pearce because you've got a general manager who has history as a wrestler. Do some homework. Pearce is a former NWA world champion. And with the direction they've been going, I'd be okay if it was Pearce, but do I think it was him? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure who I think it was.
Who's still
I just
out
don't
on
think
injury?
it was Theory.
Who's still out on injury? Seth?
I was getting ready to say for you, people also think it was Seth Rollins because the guy did the curb stomp.
Yeah, but they've been starting to show that a lot. And it does throw some shade straight at Seth. So it could be anybody just using the stomp. But to be quite honest, who else other than Seth is still out on an injury is what I'm trying to think about.
I don't know. There's so many people that have gotten hurt. We could probably make a whole episode about people that are injured.
Fair enough.
I know the two biggest ones that are out injured is Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. But there's no way in hell it could have been Kevin Owens.
Yeah, no, that motherfucker was not built like that. That was
Not only that, would you want him to risk travel like that with his neck?
hell no.
I mean, that's why Brian Danielson's not doing AEW commentary right now because his neck's so bad it hurts him to travel.
Jeez. Could you imagine that? It hurts to travel, and your job is to be.
If he's talking about being in a vehicle, driving long distance, I can because you do get stiff and everything. But if he's talking about what it's like to have a bad neck and you're getting on the plane, no, I can't imagine that.
I just would never want to be in that situation, you know? I would never ever want to be in that situation where it hurts me. It physically hurts to travel. Because I mean, I want to be able to travel the world with my kid. I want to be able to travel the world with my wife and kid someday. There's a lot of places I want to go. But I need to be able to get to those places. See those things. I still haven't seen the Statue of Liberty. I want to go see that shit.
Yeah, me neither.
So
I'd hate to see the prices of the tickets though.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, my guess. Let's go Adam Pearce. I like it. I'll ship it.
Well, y'all got it right here. We both basically think it's going to be Adam Pearce.
Hey, we agreed on something. Holy shit.
It's not the first time. Come on.
All right. What do you got to wrap up today? You say you got a little bit of a surprise for me. You blue balled me earlier about this shit. What do you got?
Yeah, I got a surprise for Turtle, which if anyone's noticed, I've off to the side here, checked out my phone to confirm a few things. But I'm gonna make Turtle wait just a little bit longer because we do life update. Shut up, dickhead. Hawk may have to edit that out. No, we do life updates here at the end of the show. My only update I got is got an indoor race this coming weekend up in the Allentown, PA area, Lehigh Valley indoor races. Looking forward to that. And also, yesterday, like I said, I didn't get to watch the Royal Rumble because Earl said it came on at like 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, between 2 and 3 o'clock, I was on the road headed to part of Maryland where some friends live, and I came back with it's new to me, but I came back with a new bike. Just picked up a Husqvarna 250. I've wanted there's 3 brands that are basically the same because one company owns them. KTM, Husqvarna, and Gas. They're all 3 owned by the same company. So they're basically all the same bike. I've wanted one for a really long time now, and some friends who were selling theirs, they made me I talked to them and pulled the trigger yesterday and just picked it up. So I'll be running the new bike this coming weekend at the indoors, and I'm really excited about it. I can barely finish my sentence. This is how excited I am to ride this bike.
There you go.
Dude, this is the type of bike I've wanted for years now, and I've wanted to just try one to see if I would like it. Now I finally own one, so I'm extremely excited to ride this bike.
Hell yeah.
What do you got?
Well, so we're wrapping up this final week here at the other job there at the hotel because they apparently are having a hard time replacing me. So they said they got somebody hired. They wanted me to work with them a little bit, train my replacement. So once I finish, yeah, right. But I really don't mind if last week was gonna be my last week. It was gonna be a half. It was gonna be a half check that I would have gotten next week. But since I'm working this week to finish it out, I'll get another full check. That's fine with me. That's just gonna be another.
Now that I don't blame you for it. Take the money.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just gonna send that shit right to my Jeep payment. It'll be fine. So I got that, and then once I finish that up, I will be able to I'll be able to go do my normal Tuesday to Saturday job, and then go straight to studying for my test. That way I can get out of this get out of this course and I can actually start selling life insurance, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. Because I mean, I do well with talking to people, as you can tell. Pretty sure I could sell. I'm pretty sure I could sell that shit. It'll be fun. We got that. I am very, very excited because middle of March, I am finally going to meet my Flash. Grant Gustin is going to be in Richmond, Virginia, at GalaxyCon. Him and Tom. Oh fuck! I don't remember how you say his last name. It's like Kavanaugh or something like that. The guy that plays Reverse Flash and Harrison Wells they play in the CW Flash show. They're with the Arrowverse. I'm gonna get to meet them. As some people know, the Flash is my favorite superhero. When it comes to stuff like that, so I'm excited about that. I'll get to meet him. I get to meet both of them, and Michael Rooker's gonna be there too. And I'm a Walking Dead fan, and he plays Merle. So I'm gonna go do that. Other than that, I guess I'm going to check out Raw tomorrow. As much as I've been boycotting the WWE product since what they did to John, I think it's time to walk past it, see what the fuck's up with this black hoodie guy, and we're actually not talking about green shirt guy. We're talking about black hoodie guy. Check that shit out. That's new.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless if you got any other life updates, it's surprise time.
Yep, it's surprise time. If anyone's noticed, I've looked off to the side here on my phone, confirmed surprise for Turtle. I'm not gonna say who it is, and I'm not gonna say when, but just for you, Turtle, because yeah, if y'all watch, this is where Turtle gets starstruck. Just for Turtle, we've got our first interview podcast episode lined up.
Let's fucking go!
Right here,
I gotta talk to somebody
here, live
new.
on the air.
I
Right
gotta
here,
talk to
live
somebody
on the
new.
air, we're gonna get to interview somebody. I can't say who it is yet, and I can't say when, but it's gonna happen.
I get to talk to somebody new. We get to ask all the questions.
Yep. We're gonna get to ask the questions and then some.
Let's go. It's about time. I haven't been able to do that in a while, so it's been a
Wait
while
till you
since
find
we've
out
done
who
an
it is.
interview. Yes. Is it Ken Dixon?
No. I can't say that. But the lady that does his merch also sponsors me, does merchandise for me. Shout out again, Ashley Baldwin. Might be able to set that up, but no, I can say it's not Ken Dixon.
Okay.
But we may have to look for that for a future episode.
That would be a
Can't
lot
tell
of
you who
fun.
it is. Yeah, I can't tell you who it is. I can't tell you who it is though.
Okay. So is this something that it's going to be? We're gonna have to get people to guess.
Yep, I'm gonna make a post on our Facebook page for people to guess in the comments of who they think it's gonna be. I'm not gonna say who it is. Turtle doesn't even know who it is. So I mean, I'm sure people are racing to message you right now to guess who it is. And once this goes up on our YouTube channel and I'll make a Facebook post. Everyone send the comments of who you think we're gonna interview. I can say two things, and I'm gonna do this in reverse order. Number 2, it's not Ken Dixon, and number 1, because this is my favorite, Earl doesn't even know who it is.
Hawk, you already made a fucking clip of me reacting.
Shout editor Hawk, he's on it, dude.
Good shit,
Yeah,
Hawk.
dude, had to save the best for last. So surprise from me to you, dude, because we've been friends like 17 years. We've got our first interview lined up.
Let's go. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm not telling you who it is.
Well, all right. Then we'll make that happen. Obviously, since I don't know who this is going to be, I'm gonna need you to handle the setting up the actual like date, and setting up the appointment for it. And then once
I
you
think I've
guys,
been doing this.
yes, if you guys just set it up, just get me a date, and we'll work out the rest. I gotta get.
Oh,
nice.
dude, we already checking schedules. Why do you think I've been doing this half the show?
Yes, fair enough. All right. Do we got anything else before we head out?
Nah, man. I'm good if you are.
All right. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you everybody who's been hanging out, and Hawk for sticking around, being a great mod. Spunk, I will message you here soon about hopping on for games. Everybody else, thank you for hanging out with us and for putting up with our little bit of rants, because I know that we've got on some and some tangents, but this is where the turtle and the grasshopper are going to bid you adieu. Goodbye. Mwah. Good night, and bang.
Keep it twisted.